Okay. I hope this works. Let me check. Goodness gracious. All right. I'm going to keep it live on my phone, but silent, just in case. Okay. Well, I'm gonna start again. If you tried to chime in a little earlier, thank you, Gail, for letting me know that it was no longer working because I was definitely singing. Uh, all is well. We'll start again. Um, I am going to invite you all to center yourself during this time of prayer. Um, First, beginning with a song, and then I will go into a meditation sort of prayer called um, resting and lifting. So it's a time of rest and lifting up your prayers to God and being in the presence of God. I have done this before. Um, so hopefully it will all work out this time and my screen will not go blank, but I'm going to keep it open just in case. Okay. Wow. I love it when things kind of shift a little bit. It just gives me some time to regather myself. So, thank you for your grace. And we're going to start with a song again. This song is on the Worship and Praise songbook that I've been using. I used it last week as well. Feel free to um, find a place of peace and rest as you before we get into the prayers with the song. So this is kind of an invitation for you to rest in the music, and then it'll hopefully bring you into this time of sitting in God's presence. So let's try this again, shall we? All right. All right. Morning has broken like the first morning. Blackbird has spoken like the first bird. Praise for the singing, praise for the morning, praise for them springing fresh from the word. Sweet the rain's new fall, sunlit from heaven, like the first dew fall on the first grass. Praise for the sweetness of the wet garden, sprung in completeness where his feet pass. Mine is the sunlight, mine is the morning, born of the one light Eden saw play. Praise with elation, praise every morning. God's recreation of the new day. All right, I'm going to invite you to join me as we relax now in the presence of God. Let go of anything that might be causing you stress and anxiety in this moment, just for this time. if you can. Be aware of tension in your body and let it go for this moment. Let God's love support you and rest in it. Maybe even close your eyes and think about floating in it. Now, in this space of rest, I invite you to lift up to God anyone who is particularly on your mind. If their name comes to mind, their face, lift them into the presence of God. Imagine that they are basking in God's love. Let God's healing love warm them through and through. One by one, lift up your special people into the presence and peace of God. Let them be surrounded by God's goodness. Let God's love work deeply within them. Now I'm going to invite you to return to your own needs and rest in God's love again. Be aware of God's strength flooding into you. Imagine it restoring you. Feel it filling you up and hold it there. Now I invite you to turn to the larger problems, the things in this country that seem to be in deep need. And I invite you to turn to the anguish of other countries facing turmoil, to consider the pressures on the United Nations. Lift these things up to God as well. Imagine and consider God's love and enveloping them. Let God's power transform them. Now, as you sit here in this rest of God's love, I want you to see and think of this planet, of all of the things that we have done and put on this earth. See how pollution, how depleted forest, how the damaged ozone layer, the heat waves, the forest fires, the droughts. See our world. Now see it held in the embrace of its creator, loved and sustained, renewed and healed. Hold it there. Now I want to invite you to come back to rest in God's love again. Let God's strength fill you. Feel the presence of God around you. Feel it within you. Experience, if you can, for just a moment, the joy of the Lord. Now rest quietly in God's presence and wait. Let God's Spirit be your guide and bring to mind anything else that you need to lift up to God in this moment. Now we're going to be aware of anyone who might show up on this online space. Perhaps we don't know who they are in this moment, but imagine them just being present in this moment and lift them into God's healing and loving presence. Lift them up so that we may be one. One with the triune God, one in faith and hope, and one in love. And dear one, may the love of the parent head sustain us. May the joy of the Son entrance us. And may the power of the Spirit enliven us. And keep us in prayer for the world now and always. Amen. All right. Thank you so very much for coming back, for listening, for being a part of this prayer. I hope that that was an invitation for you to be present with God in a more peaceful state. If you had a lot on your mind, hopefully it calmed you just for this small period of time. Or if you just needed a minute to rest, hopefully that gave you that space. Just know that you are loved, that God is present with you. And at any time you want to, you can take a moment to just be in the presence of God by just sitting still, honestly. You're so welcome, Gail. Thank you so much for helping me. Sending you so much love. I hope you are well. And anyone else who joins in a little later, peace be with you. I hope that you find peace. I am going to uh, post up in the comments a little later a link to the song I sang. I found a good version on YouTube. I can't play it because I don't have the rights to play it, but I can send the link. And if you just want to listen to the music again, feel free, just to get you through the day. It's such a beautiful song. It is the writer. Um, it was a poem by Eleanor Fairjohn, I think. And she put it to a Gaelic traditional song. And it's a song of Thanksgiving for a new day. So anytime you want to tap into that, it's a good song to start with. It's very peaceful. Or maybe you want something more uplifting. I'll see if I can find another one. But enjoy the rest of your day. I hope the birds singing along was also very joyful for you and peaceful. All right. Peace and blessings, y'all. Bye.